Welcome, my beautiful souls, and welcome to Beyond the Veil Psychic Readings. This is the subscriber edition, so I'm still answering your questions. For those who don't know, I put a post out probably about a month ago, asking mainly those on YouTube if you had any questions for me. Just a way for me to say thank you for all you've done for me. Um, I wasn't expecting it, but I got hundreds and hundreds of questions. So it is taking me some time to answer them, but I plan on answering them all. So we're going to pick up where we left off last time. I think this will be the fourth one, but I will have in the title subscribers edition. So you'll know it's for you. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. So I'm going to start with Melissa. Melissa is a recent widow, but the man that she was with was a narcissist. In April, you moved to a new city and you met him. You've been together since that day you met, mostly, and now live together. He has a daughter with an ex and struggles, but accepts her for the daughter's sake. Is there any worry for you? Is there any need for you to worry? So, can you trust him? Do you have to worry about this ex? This is what we're asking today. All right, let me just connect. Um, Melissa, I don't feel like you have any need to worry. Um, I feel, I feel like Tim loves you very, very much. And I don't feel like he has love for his ex. I feel like that's done. That's over with. I like the two of you together. I feel like you're a beautiful spiritual couple. And I feel like, I don't know. I feel like the more playful you can be, but I'm not saying like all the time, but I feel like you have this opportunity between the two of you of having what feels like a really playful type of love. But honestly, Melissa, I feel there is no reason to worry, and I guess I would advise you to be careful not to worry. Um, they come as a package deal. Um, but boy, I feel like Tim's eyes are on you, and I feel you two make quite a beautiful spiritual couple. So let the worry go, my dear. Let the worry go. Okay. Oh, let me grab my pen. I like to put a check mark on it so I know. Let me flip pages. Okay, so we're going to move to Linda. Linda Summer. Will true love come in? Will true love come into your lifetime? Will true love come into your lifetime? It's so strange because the person right below you is also a Linda. Um, Different questions, but I found that interesting. Okay, so Linda, will true love come into your lifetime? I feel like the answer is yes. I feel like you have had your heart broken, and some that may still linger. So think about that. You know what I mean? Because the reason why I say that is because I feel like the clearer our energy is, when we can let go of the past, learn from it, and then grow from it, then we're in a beautiful position as it relates to love, being open. So I do feel like there may be just a little bit of clearing in there, like some type of somebody got you. Let's just put it that way. And I feel like their energy, like their hooks are still in you, so to speak. But I do feel like this is energy you can clear. I feel like there is a need to really trust your intuition also, because I feel like love is going to be guided to you to it, to a person. Um, I feel that, I feel you're pretty happy in your life, but I feel like what you feel that you're missing is that emotional connection. It's coming. And I feel like it is coming from divine. Um, but maybe what needs to happen first and foremost, because it's going to be important for you to really pay attention to your intuition, your spiritual discernment. So you're going to meet someone. And I feel like if you don't clear the energy of the past, and I hope you know what I'm talking about. Again, it doesn't feel serious, but like I'm not going to allow any past energy to have any effect in my future. I'm going to learn from it, grow from it, and then I'm going to be open to what's new, what's next. I have a feeling you may have waited for a little while, but I also feel like the universe may be waiting on you a little bit, just a little bit. Um, but I would say that you're definitely going to have love again. I would say that, I want you to think about the law of attraction. There's something is connecting you and the law of attraction. What I think about, I bring about. So, like, visualize it. See yourself, like, in love with this special partner. Um, Let the universe know that you're open. I feel like you're already doing that. But again, sometimes the universe is waiting on us. So there is someone very special that does feel predestined, to be honest with you. And, it's interesting because it's reminding me a little bit of Sam and I, who, we knew each other as teenagers, but we didn't come back together until our late 50s. So, sometimes people feel like, well, if I don't have love by my 30s or my 40s, chances are I'm not going to find love. It's just not the case. But I feel like what I want to tell you is really think about what I think about, I bring about, because there's a lot of power with that also. And I feel like that's really what it's about. But when this love comes in, the more open you are, um, now, why wouldn't you be open? Well, I feel like, believe it or not, I feel like fear could come in between. Not that I feel like it would stop it, but is it not then putting like trouble in front of it? So I feel like that's your answer. Like, make sure the energy from the past is cleared, you know, um, broken heart. But what did you learn from it? How have you grown from it? You are the person you are today because of all your experiences. And I mean that in a very proud way. Like your guides are very proud of you. And I hope you are of yourself also. So the answer is yes. I don't even feel like it's that far away, to be honest with you. Um, it's interesting because, like, as I'm doing these readings, I get this feeling like more people are falling in love in the month. Well, I was going to say the month. I do feel like August, but let's just say in the summer months. Um, yeah, I just feel like great love is being guided together during the summer, and I expect to see it like comments on my channel. And I hope you're one of them. I hope you're one of them. So thank you, my dear. Okay, so now we're going to go to Linda Service. Um, Linda, you have lived in the same place for 36 years. You would like to know if you'll be moving and when. Well, I have to tell you, Linda, a lot of that is free will. Like your guides can certainly suggest or make you feel a move would be good for you. And I do believe like our location, um, I don't know if it's luck, but like I've noticed a difference, in different places I lived, like within making more money or, just feeling freer or whatever it may be. Like I feel location um can do a lot for us. So even if it's free will, I'm still gonna connect. Um I do feel like you're gonna be moving if you make the choice. I feel like it's not something you just want to jump into. And I do feel like you are going to have this transformation. It's interesting because, um, you know, it's funny. I was talking about all that energy of moving in different locations, but like all of a sudden, I'm picking up for you like abundance. Like you move and you find, well, it finds you. It probably what happens is it really just opens up the creative side of you more than ever. I feel like you've had like this dark cloud over you, um, figuratively speaking, but I feel like it's lifting. It's lifting, and now where there was once darkness, there will be light. Um, but yeah, so I feel like if you make the decision to move, your spirit guides are definitely behind you. And I do feel it's going to be prosperous. I feel like um harmonious. I don't know if you're in love right now, but if not, then I feel like you may even find love. Interesting that again, I'm feeling around summer. So, I feel like you may have in your mind, like, a time period, and I feel like you should follow that. But I do feel like you're going to be moving. I feel like it's going to be very successful. Maybe not right off the bat, but given time, I feel if you're not in love, you're going to fall in love. But I also feel like your creative abilities, even like what you do in the world, I feel like you're going to find like true abundance. Like it feels very, very good. So even though this is free will, I would say trust your instinct. Like if it's telling you to move, then, I would move. Where are you moving to? Well, I feel like weather. I feel like weather is something I want to think about. Like, do I want to live in a sunny location or does it matter? Um, hmm. It's like I can't picture you where you're at, but I can picture you like, how do I say this? Like I picture you like in this home, which is your home. Maybe you're renting it, but it's your home. And I see you, I don't know, I just see you happy. I see you, I see your creative abilities just opening up like never before. And probably as it was meant to be. And I feel like there's going to be someone who admires you, who may take some time to come out and tell you that. But that's okay. Let it be like, matter of fact, I don't feel like you'll even know about it. Um, but I do feel like there's going to be someone who just admires you for who you are. So, free will, yes, but I feel like everything is pointing in that direction. Like, don't be afraid of it. Um, when I feel like that's going to be up to you, but again, I'm feeling like summer months. Um, and then I feel like there's something with weather, like maybe I've been living like in the cold and I want to go somewhere where it's sunny. So follow those desires. That's the best thing to do. Just follow those desires. All right, Linda, I'm going to let that be. Um, all right, so we are moving into Lynn. Lynn M67. You're dealing with a stressful financial crisis. When will it be resolved? All right. So, I feel that energy. I feel you going through that, but I have to tell you, I feel like it is temporary. It is temporary. Um, I feel like I do feel it's temporary. And I feel like it's very temporary. And I mean that by like I don't feel like it's gonna last um, much longer. But you also have a lot to do with that because I feel like as you move through this energy is exactly what you're doing. You're moving through this temporarily difficult energy, but it's moving you into energy that, it's like the storm before. What's that saying? That's not the saying. Uh, I hate, what I do? I just let my mind go when I do readings so I can connect, but then I try to think, I can't think. Um, Not the calm before the storm. It's the opposite. It's the storm and then the calm. Um, I feel like you have some psychic abilities. I feel like you also have healing abilities. And these may be areas that, maybe or could be like, let's just say a side hustle, something to help you get through, but may turn out to be like your main hustle. It's funny I said that. I literally just did who's reading, I think Gemini's, and I think I used that exact sign, that exact line. Um, I feel like this period of time, Lynn, do you feel like it's teaching you something? But it's to make you stronger. And I know a lot of people don't like hearing that. Like, what do you mean? I have to go through this difficult situation to make me stronger? Yes. You don't have to, but I feel like it will be an opportunity to come out stronger than you ever been. Um, be proactive, and I feel like the rest will kind of fall in place. I want to say that let's just say between June and December, and I know that's a big stretch, but I feel like something major is going to change, whether it be a new job offer, whether that just be money finding you. By the way, I want to make a suggestion that just popped in my mind. Put the number 8, just the number 8, on a piece of paper and put it in your wallet. Put it in your purse, wherever you put your money, your credit cards. Put the number 8 in there. It's a symbol to the universe that you're open to this financial blessings. And it's your guides who told me to tell you to do that. So, and I'm going to do it too. Like, I'm going to do it too. But yeah, I feel like, let's just say by year's end, everything feels different. The dark cloud has been lifted, the temporarily difficult energy changes. Um, Again, you have a lot of abilities where you could help yourself out during this time. Again, I definitely feel like you're psychic, whether you know that or not. Lots of people are psychic, they just don't hone in on it. Which is, of course, everyone's choice. But I feel like you're really good at helping other people make decisions. Hmm. So all of a sudden, like I'm feeling all these qualities you have, and maybe why I'm feeling that is a reminder um of the different things that you can do. I even feel that there could be things in your home. This is a strange message, but things in your home that you could get some money. I feel like there's temporarily things that you can do until this energy changes for you. And it will change. It will change. We have the ebbs and flows. You're in the ebb right now, but you're climbing back up. You're climbing back up. So, it's like I see you in 2026 happy. I see you making money. I just see you, it feels like you're living your best life. So I know I'm saying 2026, but I feel like everything will start changing. And then in 2026, it is like you have a new life. So it feels good. All right. I'm going to let that be, Lynn. Three L's in a row. Okay. Real country women of Hanover. Real country women of Hanover. It reminds me of like the Real Housewives. Okay, so will you get your book picked up by an agent? And if so, when? Approximately when will you get your book picked up by an agent? And approximately when? Um, I don't know if you wrote like a self-help book, a book that helps others in some way, even if it's just like in a story form. I feel like there's something special about your book. You know, um, well, I mean, your book is special, period, but I feel like there is something special where I can relate to it, if that makes sense. I do feel like you will get um, an agent. I feel like it's going to be around the fall, but I also feel like you do want to be proactive. Um, get your book out there. Um, Even like sharing what you can, like on social media, like maybe like little blobs. That's probably not the right word. Okay. So, whatever your book is about, can I just say that Divine loves it? Your work is very, very, very good. And I feel like the right agent will pick it up. I feel like not only will they pick it up, but I see the book being very successful. Now, it may take a moment before, it becomes all you want it to be, but I have a feeling it will eventually be that. I feel like it is baby steps, and I'm trying to pick up what I can about an agent. I do feel like it's going to be a male. But don't, if a female agent's like, I'll take your book. But here's the thing, I feel like someone is going to relate to it, and they're the ones who are going to pick it up. Now, they may not tell you that, but I feel like your dreams are going to come true. I feel like your book is definitely going to be picked up, published, and in time, it's like you're walking off to the sunset. Like I see you walking to the sunset. Like hopefully abundant but happy. Like I see you really happy. Um it feels to me like around the fall, but I also feel like, you know, get as much as you can in front of as many people as you can. And I'm not talking about like paying money. Um and then, when you're shopping your book, think about what your book is about. And then, like, let's say it's a spiritual book, like I would contact like Hay House Publishing, because they carry all types of beautiful books there. That may, I just said that, so maybe that, I'm just going to say it again, Hay House Publishing. That may be your clue. I never feel like I say something for no reason. So, this feels like a dream coming true. Um, and I'm so glad I finally got to your question. All right, I'm gonna let that be. And let's go ahead and keep going. I'm gonna grab a drink real quick. Okay, we are gonna move to Catherine. Catherine L. Catherine, what will be the outcome of your lawsuit? Okay. Yeah. Wonder if your lawsuit's still going on. Okay, the outcome for Catherine of your lawsuit. Okay. You know, what starts as dark turns into light. What starts as dark turns into light. Whatever has been hidden is going to come to the light. Now, I mean that in your favor. I feel like I hope that you have the right team with you, because I feel like there is like a team, or an attorney who, let's just say, you should feel a connection between the two of you. Like, you should feel that this person's listening, understands what's going on. You know that they're fighting for your cause. But, the bottom line is what your spirit guides want you to know: what was once dark will turn to the light. So to me, that means victory. Or, I don't know if victory is the right word, but I feel like the outcome will fall in your favor. Let's just put it that way. Definitely know as much as you can know also. But other than that, it definitely feels like it will fall in your favor. But again, your guides, what started as darkness will turn to light. And if there's anyone trying to hide anything in the court of law, whatever was done in the dark will come to the light. And that's just that. But I do feel like that's in your favor. So I like that. I feel good about that. Okay. All right, we're going to go to Christina A. Mm, Christina, you lost your son when he was only 21. My dear, I know the pain of that. My son was 33 when he crossed over. Any messages from your son? Yeah, number one, um, I'm going to say this, and I hope you're going to understand it. Um, but it was meant to happen. It was his time. It was his, and what I mean by that is, I feel like your son came down into this lifetime, to experience certain things. Some of them could have been very difficult, or we may say they were difficult. Um, but I feel like he came down and accomplished at such a young age what his soul wanted to accomplish. That's what he wants you to know. Um, you know, like him leaving this lifetime, it's not about anybody's fault. It's not about anybody doing anything wrong. It was his time. That's what he's saying. Like, Mom, it was just my time. And it's not your time. It's not your time. So try not to, like, when you think of me, think of happy things, Mom. Think of the happy times. That's me. Think of the essence of me. I'm always around you. I'll always be around you. And I will be at the gate when it is your time. But right now, I have a feeling your son is sending you, maybe right now, signs. Like your son's being very clear. And I feel like when you watch this or hear this, you're going to pick up a sign, because I feel like your son is saying, I need to send more signs. I need to make it clear I'm good. I'm I'm surrounded by love. Don't cry for me. Don't cry for me. You know, living can be the hard part. The moving on is the easy part. He's with divine, and he's surrounded by divine. Divine light, divine love, divine energy. And this is what he sends you. And these signs that he's going to send you, he is already sending you signs, but I feel like there's going to be at least a couple special signs. Like well, this is a big sign, but my son used to play guitar. He was great on it. He used to sing, like he'd go to bars and sing, and he was just great at it. And when I left Rhode Island to move in with Sam, the person I'm with now, I could only carry what I could take on on a plane. And I had to leave his guitar with my daughter, which was fine because, it's my daughter, his sister. Um, but I always thought about that. And then a whole bunch of things happened in one day. And then next thing I know, Sam walks in my office and he's got a guitar in his hand. And he said it was just along the street and I didn't want it to get thrown in the garbage. So I brought it home to you. That was my son. It was the exact model as my son's. And even on the neck has the same wearings as my son's did. So my son moved mountains to get me that guitar. And your son can also move mountains. So expect to see some fantastic, beautiful signs. And I don't know, like I have this big smile on my face. Like I feel happy. I feel happy. I feel free. I feel like if anything, his concern would be more with you. The living is the hard part. The moving on is the easy part. The love that he's surrounded by, he surrounds you with also. Don't take any blame. Don't take any fault. No, woulda, coulda, wish I woulda, that type of thing. I know. I've been there. But this truly, your son's making it very clear to me like this was my time, Mom. And I know a lot of people would be like 21 years of age. Yes, that's what his soul wanted in this lifetime. But listen, I feel like you're going to have other lifetimes together where it's going to be so much different. But until then, just remember the essence of your son is all around you. Always. Always. And I want to thank him for that beautiful message. So clear. All right, my dear. I send you my love because I know what you're going through. And people say time heals all wounds. Well, this is one wound that I won't say. I feel like God gave me a gift by lightning, by allowing me to live again. Let's just put it that way. But I feel the same for you. All right. How much time we got? Okay, we could do a couple more. Pisces Girl 888 is a move in your immediate future. Okay, and you were on Threads, so that part of Instagram Threads. So I hope you'll see this. Okay, is there a move in your immediate future? I feel like you're thinking about it. I feel like you go back and forth. Like I feel positive about moving, and then maybe I get a little fearful. I feel like if moving is what you want to do, then I feel like yes, you should follow that. Because I feel like this sense of a move may bring you like this inner harmony that I just have a feeling you've been searching for. And just like I spoke in somebody else's reading, I feel the same thing with you where it feels like I feel luckier. Like this location, like luck seems to be on my side all of a sudden. Um, I would, this is what I feel. I feel like you go back and forth. You're not 100% sure. Like, I feel like you want to, and then you're afraid to. But I want you to follow, or I'm advising you to follow your heart, not your head. Now, it doesn't mean don't use your logical mind. Don't let fear stop you. Because, again, I feel joy, happiness, luck, all of that. And I do feel that it is, let's just say on a new chapter. That's really what I feel like. There's a new chapter opening up. And I feel in this new chapter, there's a lot of possibilities for you. Don't let fear stop you. So the move feels good. Um, I don't know if it's for love, but whatever it's for, I mean, think of you first. That's the main thing. Like, put you first. And if it's something that's within your heart, then I feel like then you should. Um, or let me put it a different way, then yes, there is a move in your immediate future. Um, I'm saying immediate, but like I'm picking up like September. I don't know why. And don't go by the months because it's just like September just came to my mind. Could be September. But that really has to be up to you. And that's the way your guides would want it, right? Like follow your whims, follow your joy, follow your heart, and the rest will just open up to you. All right, Pisces girl, 888. Okay. We are moving to Casey. Okay. No, I'm sorry. I think it's Cassie. Cassie. Um, Cassie, you just had your heart broken for the first time. Hurt hurt her in many ways. Eclipse. Well, I don't think I read it right. Wait a minute. All right. So you just had your heart broken for the first time. Hurt her in many ways. Hurt you in many ways. Was it the eclipse? Well, could certainly been part of it, but what I want to remind you of is that we're in the year of the hermit. Excuse me, which I'm sure you've heard me speak about. This is the final year of a 9-year cycle. So there are going to be things that naturally want to fade away, that are meant to fade away. Let's put it that way. Just really won't, I was going to say don't have a place in your future, but let's just put it this way. They won't bring anything to your future. So this year, whatever is fading away, I feel like it was probably meant to. I'm sorry that your heart is broken. We've all been there. And this is your first time, your first heartbreak. I hope it's your last. All right. I want to see if there's, first, also, what I'm picking up is I don't know if the person you were with, I don't know if there was a lot of drama, like fighting. Um, and then maybe like someone goes quiet. Um, Let me just say this. I feel like you have a special love on your path. I feel like you're in this learning period. The best thing you can do with this heartache is break down the situation, not by judging, just to see, especially if this is your first heartache, learn as much as you can from it. So you don't have to be one of those people who, you know, heartache after heartache after heartache. Because I feel like there's someone, I feel like they may be a little older than you. I feel wisdom connected to them. So I feel like you are gonna fall back in love, but I feel like the person you're gonna fall in love with is someone who, boy, I just feel like they bring a lot to the table. Wisdom. Um, I feel like financially they're pretty good. Spiritual. Now, doesn't mean I go around acting all spiritual, but they are like they understand, well, spirituality. They probably know about their spiritual team. Um, they may even help you on this. This could be someone who you don't feel like is far from you. And I don't feel like you know them yet. I don't feel like you met them yet. Um, and I feel like this person may hold like some type of authority, like a boss. Um, I definitely feel like there's people that they lead, but they're definitely qualified for that. So this person feels like financially they're doing well. I would say this person probably has a degree in something. Again, they could be a little bit older than you. Um, and I feel like, the one that you just broke up with, do you feel like there may have been a lot of drama, a lot of ego around that? Like nobody wants to like apologize for their ways. But honestly, I feel like it was a stepping stone. And that's why I keep telling you, like, there's something you can learn from that. And it's not about judging yourself. You know, like, you want to know yourself in love. You want to know yourself, period. But that's what you're learning. I feel like also, the past relationship, I don't feel like it had a really strong foundation to stand on. So I don't know if it's something that just happened quickly and moved quickly. You know what I mean? Where we weren't able to build a solid foundation. Where I feel like as you move forward and as you do come across, who I feel will be the love of your life, by the way, build that foundation. Take the time to make sure that the foundation is strong. You have the opportunity right now, again, to reflect, which again, being in the year of the hermit is the perfect time. Um, but it's really just to know you. And then, I mean, it just looks good. But it does kind of feel like the last was a stepping stone. But I feel like, you're going to find someone that I do feel like the potential of you spending the rest of your lives together is great. The potential. I have to say potential because there is free will. But other than that, I know your heart is broken right now. Um, I hope that you can start looking towards the future and, let that heartache slowly but surely fade away. Remember, this is what this year is about. And next year, we're in the year of the magician. It's going to be powerful. What do we want to bring along? What don't we want to bring along? Okay. Um, let's do one more. Hmm. I think it's Ashley's Cafe. No. This is also on Threads. I'm just gonna say Ashley. And then it looks like Seafe. So we'll let that be, but you'll know by the question. So you would like a girlfriend this year. Are there any of the women mentioned Amber, Georgia, Madeline, Tilly, or Josephine? Okay, so you would like a girlfriend this year, and you want to know if that happens, will it be any of the ones that we just mentioned? Well, I feel like if you want a girlfriend this year, then I feel your chances are good. Like, I see your heart chakra being activated. The one thing I want to say though is make sure you're ready for real love, great love. And what I mean by that is make sure you can give love as you receive love. Because I do feel like there may be a little bit of a block that feels more like in your inner child energy. And it's interesting. I don't know that I can give you a name, but this is what I'm going to ask you to ask yourself. This is what I feel as it relates to who you have the potential of falling in love with. This person would be their own woman. Like, there's no doubt about it. And I don't mean egotistically, I mean they are their own woman. This is someone who I feel would be very active in life. Um, like, I feel like very nurturing. But she's nobody's fool. She reminds me of the Empress, you know, creative, loving, nurturing, strong, wise, beyond her years. Um, I want to say you need to make sure you're ready because I feel like the person you have the potential of falling in love with is someone who, let me tell you, they're worth loving. So think about anything you need to clear. Think about any walls you might have up because it's going to be a necessity that you bring these walls down to give it the best shot. Let's just put it that way. This person, this woman, she knows who she is. And I'm not even talking about age. I just know who I am. I know she knows her self worth. So you got to be ready to match that energy because I feel like if you don't, then that will end. Like I feel that simple. Like I know my self-worth. And if I'm not treated in this way, and I'm not talking about someone who's demanding, not at all, the opposite. But she knows what she wants. I'm looking at the names, and I have to say, none of the names are like standing out to me. Um, but I feel like the energy should stand out for you. So, of all the names that you just put, this person is confident, um, loving, probably creative. Um, she knows what she wants. When it's relating to love, she knows what type of love, right? She's not interested in any lower vibrational love. But I don't feel like you are either. So let's just say that I feel like your heart chakra is going to be activated. I feel like also another clue is there's a sense of playfulness. So I feel like someone has like a sense of playfulness, though they're very, um, well, there's like they're using all aspects of themselves because they're very playful, but yet they're very responsible. So I hope that helps you um, decide who's who here. But just get ready. You need to be what it is that you want. And I mean, that's just a necessity because I feel like could be, this could be your person. Okay. I'm going to let that be. You guys, I think I'm going to let it be for today. I promise you, I will work more on these. Yeah, because I know a lot of you are waiting, and I'm so sorry you have to wait. Never my intention. But I thank you for your patience. Patience is a virtue. Um, I love answering your questions. By the way, I did start a membership program because of this, because of Beyond the Veil. And when I sent out that post, because I had so many questions, I thought I'm going to start a membership program where we're going to go live and you guys can literally ask me whatever questions you want to ask me, as much as you want to ask me. The only thing I say is just allow time for everyone in the room. It's brand new, so it's going to be small in the beginning. Once I get 4 members, then we're going to start to go live. And I definitely will send out the notifications. So make sure that your bell, a lot of people don't know this, but right beside the subscribe button, there's a little bell. And only 18% of my subscribers have that bell rung. That sounds weird. Um, but that gives you very little notifications. So if you become a member, make sure that bell is rung 100% because I do send out, usually 24 hours in advance, I'll send out a notification that, or maybe even, maybe 48 hours. And then the day of, I send out another one just to remind you. And then I send the link to the lives through the community section. So that's why you want to make sure that bell is rung 100%. Other than that, that's it. I love you guys. Happy Easter, by the way. Tomorrow's Easter. I'm going to take tomorrow off. That's why I decided to do these today. So have a beautiful Easter. Have a beautiful May. And I will see you next time at Beyond the Veil. Thank you guys. I love you.